Hey everyone, and welcome to the Ingles table. I'm Smoking Joe Lasher, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make my skirt steak chimichurri tacos. I got everything I need at my local Ingles, so let's get started. And we're going to start right away with this beautiful piece of skirt steak. You could also use a top round steak or any flat piece of meat. They have breakfast steak there, so any kind of flat piece of meat you find at the Ingles meat department. We're going to take this, we're simply going to put it into, not seasoned at all, we're gonna put it into a Ziploc freezer bag or Ziploc sealable bag. And then we're gonna use a mojo marinade. And mojo marinade is basically a citrus marinade with olive oil and seasonings. Now you can make your own, find any kind of recipes for that. And there's even one on the Ingles website that I did earlier on. But I like to pick this one up in the Latin section of the Ingles department because it's inexpensive and very good. So we're gonna pour some of my favorite marinade right into here. And we're gonna seal that bag, get as much air out of it as we can, make sure it's sealed up. And you need to do this about 2 hours before you plan to put this on the grill. So here we go. We got it nice and coated in that marinade. We're gonna pop that right into the fridge. Okay, now that our steak is marinating, we're gonna make our chimichurri sauce. And it's a really, really simple but amazing sauce. So, for the recipe, we've got a small hand blender here, a food processor. You can use a small blender, or you can even chop all of this and mix it in a bowl, but I like to use the small food processor. So we've got some chopped parsley, we have cilantro, we have some oregano, we've got one jalapeno pepper. It's gonna add some heat, and if you notice, I put this one on the grill actually last night. You can keep them in the fridge for a few days, but I like to grill mine before I put them into the blender, but that's totally up to you. If you don't want any heat, don't put a pepper in there. If you want a little heat, you can take the seeds out first and then put the pepper in, but I like the heat. We got some garlic. We've got some cumin, salt, and pepper. Pop that into there. We've got 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. And then we have some olive oil, which is gonna give it that nice stickiness that we want. Pop our lid on to our hand processor. Pop this on, and no matter what processor you use, you don't wanna do it so smooth. You want a nice little crunch to it. I'm just gonna give it a few pulses like that, take a look, and there we go. We're gonna have a beautiful chimichurri to spread on our steak. All right, so we've made our chimichurri sauce. That's gonna be delicious on chips, whatever, but it's really, really good on red meat. So we pulled our skirt steak from the fridge. We're just gonna pull it right out of the marinade, leaving the excess in the bag. I'll lay that out here. And I like to leave that, sometimes we'll wipe that off, but I like to leave that marinade right on just like that. So I've got a charcoal grill outside set up for direct cooking, which means the coals are right under the grate. It's nice and hot, about 500 degrees. We're gonna lay this steak on there for maybe 2 minutes on one side. We're gonna flip it over to 2 or 3 minutes on the next side. If you wanna use an instant read thermometer, you can, but it's gonna be pretty much medium to medium rare to medium after only 3 or 4 minutes. It's such a thin piece of meat. So direct heat with a thin piece of meat is gonna cook real quick. So let's go to the grill and we'll be right back. All right. Okay folks, so only 3 or 4 minutes on the grill. We flip this over, direct heat like I said, and it's ready to slice down. Now what we wanna do is we wanna cut this against the grain. So the grain of the meat's running this way, we're gonna cut it this way. It's gonna make for a much better chew. You only wanna do about a 1/2 inch or less, maybe even a 1/4 inch slices, like so. Oh man, I can smell that mojo marinade on here. If you want to throw some salt and pepper or any other seasonings on it, you're welcome to. But the, look at that, just perfectly cooked to a nice medium rare. Let's go ahead and build some tacos. And I like to start from the bottom up. So I'm gonna take some cheese and put on these taco shells. I made these, I picked up some flour tortillas at the Ingles Latin department and baked them in the oven for about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna put my salsa right on there like so. Any kind of chunky salsa that you like. Then we're gonna put 3 or 4 strips of steak on there, like so. And then let's top it with some of this nice chimichurri sauce. Gonna have nice heat to it. Nice garlic and spice, just gonna be perfect. So it's as easy as that. Hey, thanks so much for joining me here at the Ingles table, and be sure to check out the website for more tips, tricks, and recipes, and I'll see you next time.